are prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
There we are. Knew I hadn't pressed something. I'm like, what is wrong? What has gone on? What have I not done? I hadn't even added myself to the bloody camera. Hope you are all well. Welcome back to Turf Moorhouse TV, and we will be bringing you the live watch-along of QPR versus Burnley. This is good. This is good, finally. Something away from the World Cup. And after yesterday, last night's fiasco, fingers crossed, Burnley could be the team to put a smile, especially on my face as a Burnley fan. And obviously put some daylight between themselves and Sheffield United at the top of the table. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us and supporting us throughout the World Cup watch-alongs, everything. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very, very much indeed. That said, guys, please do us a massive favour if you haven't already. If you could like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. If you like the video, it really does help us grow. It helps us by liking the video on our YouTube page. It helps us get noticed more via YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to us and you're a Burnley fan, a football fan, whatever you are, we accept everybody. Everyone is welcome with open arms. So please do hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Doesn't cost a penny. Just hit that button and you will have subscribed. Would really appreciate it. And as you can see, it's just there. It is just there. All three little things that I would love you guys to do. And just above that is where you can find us on social media. Turf Moorhouse TV is on everything. We are currently live on Facebook and on Twitch and on YouTube. But we are on other socials, and this is where you can find us. So like I said, we are everywhere. You can find us all over Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, everything you want to look at. We are on it. Just search Turf Moorhouse and you will find us. Let us know your score predictions in the chat. Get your score predictions in nice and early before kickoff. I am watching on Now TV, so I may be a minute behind the actual live score. So if you do have notifications on your phone or something, or a goal goes up, please no spoilers in the chat, because like I say, I'm going to be about 30 seconds to a minute behind the actual live Sky Sports channel with watching it on Now TV. So please do, would appreciate that as well. But we are here to see EFL fixture between QPR and Burnley, and we will get that team news in just a second. It's good to be back, isn't it? It is good to be back. Let's get some stats then. Some stats ahead of this one. Burnley have scored 40 league goals this season, which is already 6 more than they managed in the Premier League last season. It's the earliest the Clarets have netted 40 in a season since 2001 to 2002 season, which, funnily enough, was also the 21st game. Burnley have scored in their last 18 league games, their best run since March 2003. Last scoring in more games in a row between September 1991 and February 1992. So not doing too bad in terms of on the goal front. QPR, however, let's talk about the horse. They're winless in their last 5 league matches, drawing 1 and losing 4. Failing to score in 4 of those 5 games. They've lost their last 3 in a row. And as we know, a lot of drama has happened at QPR. Michael Beale, the manager at the time, was linked with the Wolverhampton Wanderers job. He decided then, nah, I don't want that. I'm going to stay with QPR. Put out a post regarding loyalty and that he had to, the youngsters that he brought in, they wouldn't believe in his philosophy if he was to jump ship now. 5 games played since turning Wolves down, loses them, and as soon as Rangers come calling, off he popped. So the B team manager, Paul Hall, is in charge for QPR today. And as I say, they are winless in their last 5 league matches. QPR have won just 1 of their last 11 league games against QPR, drawing 4, losing 6. With this, the first meeting between the sides since the 15-16 championship campaign. Burnley, this is the stat I didn't want to find, but we did. And Burnley are winless in their last 4 away games against QPR, but 3 of them have ended in a draw. And when you're away from home in the championship, you take a point. 100% you would take a point. So the fact that we're back, I want us to go all guns blazing. I want us to be at them. And it's good to see a certain member as well for Burnley back on the bench. And I will go through that in just a moment. Let's see what you guys have been saying in the chat as well before we get cracking with the knacking. David's in. Hope you're well, David. He says, EFL, get in. Yes, finally, something to break away from this World Cup stuff. Brad is in as well. He says, as someone who didn't really get into the World Cup spirit, I'm all for a bit of EFL football. Vincent for England. Well, it seems he's turned down the Belgium job. I think not so much turned it down because I don't think he's been approached as such, but he's already come out and said it's not the right timing for him. So he's already shut the rumour down. Alan's in. Hope you're all well. Al, he says, hi guys. Today's score prediction is 2-2 up the Clarets, and then says, well done to Preston for stuffing 4 past the bastards. Yes. Blackburn don't have a good habit, do they, against the English clubs, against the Lancashire clubs this season. Ourselves and Preston both beating them by a score deficit of 3. So can't beat it. Charlie says, for the game. Yes, for the game, Charlie. We are here. Henry's in. Hope you're well. Good afternoon. All is good in the world. The Stream Elements bot's in as well and running. Cushed. Brad says, only you could leave yourself out of a stream, mate. Yeah, typical. Typical me. Just always tends to happen. Always tends to happen. Something goes wrong. Luke's in. He says, big up to yourself, Luke. Hope you're well. The missus is in. She says, remember to hit that sub button if you're new here and give a cheeky thumbs up. On the road to 1K and well-deserved. Championship is back. Up the Clarets and happy Sunday. Well said indeed. Well said indeed. As I say, it's all there at the side. If you please could do that, that would be so appreciative. Aiden's in. Big up to your fan self. He says, hey up, pal. Heartbroken from yesterday, but sadly we have to take it on the chin. Proud of the lads because they gave France a good game. Yeah, I mean, they did, didn't they? I knew as soon as we got awarded the second penalty, I'll be honest, as soon as we got offered the second penalty, I said to the missus, I said, no, I said, I don't have a good feeling. I can't watch it. And I turned my back on it. Because I couldn't watch it. I just knew something wasn't right. And she said he sent it over the bar. And I just knew at that point. I knew at that point that was that was it. Something told me that was it. But we move at the end of the day. We're back, and hopefully Burnley can put a smile on our faces. Ant's in. He says, evening, afternoon, wherever you're watching. Cheers, Ant. Appreciate it. Alan says, I lost my Burnley beanie hat on the Starflyer in Blackpool. Had it for 25 years. Oh, wow. It's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes we have things like that. They're not like not a lucky charm. What do they say? What is it like? Is it superstition? Like somebody wears things like they'll wear something they've had for so long. or they'll put the left sock on before the right sock, things like that. But that's gutting, is that, Al? Really gutting. Have you got another one now? Have you got another one that hopefully you can keep hold of for another 25 years, if not more? Brad's gone for 3-0 Burnley. Wow. We were talking to Connor on our match preview. He's a massive QPR fan, and he says against the sides up there in the table, QPR seem to do pretty well. It's against the sides that they struggle at the bottom of the division where they can't get results. But there has been a break. Probably come at a better time for QPR than it did for Burnley, but we shall see. Luke says, yes, an EFL game. Lovely to see some lower league content coming out. I'm too used to the Premier. Oh, have you heard? Notts Forest get one little sniff of the Premier League and they're all over it. Bleeding hell. T-Boys TV's in. He says, yes, we'll be here for this game. T-Boys TV, fantastic. Luton Town channel. Go check them out as well. Do some brilliant stuff. Great guy. So please do go show your support. Henry's okay as well. I'm on the fence with this game. It is going to be a tough one. As I say, away from home, you'd take a point. Alan says, yeah, I have plenty of hats and caps. That one was my fave, though. Yeah, there's nothing worse than losing your fave hat. I should know I'm constantly wearing a hat, especially in this weather as well. It's Baltic, absolutely Baltic. T-Boys has asked for score prediction. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 to Burnley, obviously. I just have a feeling we're going to get something and we'll get the job done. But I think it'll be a very tough game. A very, very, very tough game. Brad says, don't worry, Luke, only another 24 games for you to endure before you're back to Tuesday away versus Millwall. Who's taking charge of QPR today, Henry says? It's Paul Hall, the B team manager, who's taking charge. Players are just about to enter the pitch. As I said, we will be around 30 seconds to a minute behind. So yeah, please, no spoilers if you could. Really would appreciate that. Knots did that on purpose, you get. Yes. Love saying it. Love winding you up. T-Boys said I've gone 1-1, which might be a shock for some people. No, I mean, it's the first game back for both clubs. You know, it's a must not lose for QPR. A must win for Burnley to keep themselves still up there and in the mix in that top spot. Alan says -2 in Todmorden. Fucking freezing. I bet it is. It's freezing here as well, to be fair. Right then, let's have a look at the teams because we haven't done the teams yet. So, starting with QPR, the home side, you've got Dieng in goal. You've got Ethan Laird. Jimmy Dunn, the former Claret, plays at the back with Clark Salter and Paul. Then you've got a 5 in midfield of Field, Dozell, how do you even pronounce that one? Iroembenum, God knows. Chris Willock, Thomas, and Lyndon Dykes. Subs for QPR are Archer, KK, Dickey, Adoma, Richards, Shadipo, and Armstrong. The starting lineup for the Clarets is as follows. Arianet Muric starts in goal. Vitinho plays right back with Harwood Bellis and Jordan Bayer in the centre. Ian Matson will be on the left. In the midfield three, you have Jack Cork, Josh Cullen, and Josh Brownhill, who's been in tremendous form this season. Johan Berg-Gudmundsson starts alongside Nathan Teller, and Burnley-born Jay Rodriguez is the man up top. However, the bench for Burnley, there is some surprising names on there that nobody expects. I haven't got a graphic for it, but I will let you know. Charlie Taylor is on there, Ashley Barnes, Peacock Farrell, our second choice keeper, Manuel Benson, Samuel Bastian, Darko Cherlinov is back from injury as well. He makes the bench, but the surprise bench player here is Scott Twine. Now, we have only seen him play one game for the club, which was on the opening day of the season against Huddersfield, and he came on for about 16 minutes towards the end of the game. and he had a free kick that smashed against the upright. So fans are looking forward to see what Scott Twine has in his locker. He's been out with injury since that game at the start of the season, so we should be in for a good one. Let's have a look at a few comments then. The game is about to kick off. Referee has the whistle to his lips and the game is underway. Please, as I say, no spoilers. I will bring you my live reaction as it happens. So, in fact, I'll move that from the comments bit just so I don't see it. Like Brad says there, keep it spoiler free, guys. Keep it spoiler free, guys and girls, and smash the like and subscribe button. T-Boy says, mainly due to the fact QPR don't have a manager yet. Yeah, there is that. QPR trying their luck for a penalty. He's dived there. He's left his foot in. He's left his foot in on purpose as Thomas there to try and get a penalty. Muric doesn't get him. He doesn't touch him. And Burnley tried to go up the other end. It's going to be very interesting, is this? It feels weird watching domestic football again in the midst of a World Cup. It's just showing the chance now where that Burnley had. It could have been 1-0 very early there, but it wasn't. Alan says, yo, Jimmy Dunn, like him. Yeah, he was a brilliant... didn't really get a chance, but I always thought he'd come on leaps and bounds. I'm surprised he didn't stay with us. Burnley advancing with the ball now. Box says, Merry Christmas, Dan. Merry Christmas to yourself, Box. Does it feel weird watching domestic? Yeah, yes, it does. Massively feels weird. I'm so used to seeing the World Cup games that I'm just... It's a little bit blasé seeing all this. Henry says 2-1 to Burnley. I'm going for it, Dan. Why not? Why the hell not? Alan says, but he's have a fantastic squad now, loaded with talent. Yes, we do. We do. Jeff's in. He says, hi, Dan. I'm on the Desmond fence for this one. Oh, interesting. Interesting. T-Boy says, Scott Twine always rated him. And T-Boy says, felt weird watching Luton yesterday. I bet it did. A box says, any dodgy Brazilian, Spanish, Argentinian refs officiating in the EFL? I'm not sure. The ref we've got today is Peter Banks. However, Burnley have got a free kick deep into the QPR box. Referee, don't know what's going on here. Players a bit over it. Header up. Edge of the box. Can QPR clear? Headed away. I'm trying to get Burnley back on the break already, but just a good old game of head tennis at the minute. I know what you mean, though. There's been a few dodgy ones, haven't there, in the World Cup. Henry says, no, mate, it's going to be a 1-0 QPR. Don't say that, Henry. Don't say that. Let's hope that that's not the case. As you can see, guys, at the side of your screen there, if you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like this video, that would really be appreciative. And also hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we next go live. As I say, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch. So please do support us, give us a follow, subscribe to us. And yeah, just if you like what you see, come back for more. We will be going live as well on Wednesday. We will be covering the World Cup game between Morocco and France, especially since two of the players from these clubs, a player each from these clubs, plays in the Moroccan side. Anas Sarouri of Burnley and Elias Chair of QPR play for Morocco. So let's hope Morocco can do what England couldn't and beat France in the next one. Eugene's in. He says, England bottled it against France last night when Harry Kane missed the penalty. Yeah, as I say, I just had a feeling that that it was gonna miss. Ball pumped over the top. Can Goodmanson get it? It's gone out of play. Goodmanson were running at full pelt, to be fair, but can't get up to it. Anthony says, big up to yourself, Anthony. He's just got back from the shopping. But yeah, he's got the game on now. And let's hope for a good result. Just hope for a good result. Coming up to 5 minutes in this one. As I say, please, no spoilers. I will give you my wholehearted reaction as it happens, as I see it, especially if Burnley score. Ball on the far side. Teller manages to find Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Cork has it now in the centre. Gets a bit of a run on. Manages to find Vitinho on this near side. He has to cut back. Back in the defensive area for Burnley. It's Harwood-Bellis who plays it to Bayer. To Cork. Back to Harwood-Bellis. I did say that Burnley now like to play with a free-flowing game of football now. They play it out from the back. They try to be patient in the build-up. And to be honest with you, I do think that we have just, if people haven't watched Burnley so far this season, you're in for a shock. You are in for a shock because we do not play dinosaur Brexit ball anymore. Anthony says, not interested in the World Cup now, Southgate out. Kane was poor. Why take Saka off? He was the best player. Yeah, it's, I say, last night's frustration hopefully can be tonight's elation with a Burnley win. We shall see. The Missy says, I'll dip in and out. Phones needed for QR codes for phonics. What sort of reading is this for a 5-year-old? I'd rather have a book. Thought you're older than 5. It makes me out to look a bad person. Eugene says, who do you think will be the next England manager if Southgate leaves? I think Sean Dyche would be good. A lot of people saying Potter, Eddie Howe. I think Sean Dyche should be a good candidate. But I think I think a lot of people would turn their face up at it. Finn says, anybody else's Hez goal shut down? I say, I'm watching it on Now TV, so I'm about 30 seconds behind. Dan, you just said, to be honest with you, Dan. Sorry, Anthony, I'm speaking like you now. We spend so much time together. That's what it is. Burnley corner, 6, just coming up to 7 minutes. Ball floated into the mix. Absolutely nobody there. No one there. Vitinho's had to get to it. Can he get an early ball in? Whipped in. It's being the first man, but it's straight into the arms of Dieng. It's not Henry. It's not. It's been called off. It's been called off due to the weather. They would have been on. It would have been on today, but it was called off. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I can't show the game live. Otherwise, I will get this channel. The plug will be pulled. And yeah, it won't. I won't be able to continue with this. So unfortunately, I can't show you the game, but I can bring you the updates and things like that, which should be hopefully that should be enough for you. Henry says, afternoon to Kate. Kate's back. Phone won't scan the QR code for some reason. Fair enough. Henry says, okay, Dan. Anthony says, people saying they want Tuchel to be the next England manager. Why? Why? Like I say, if I could show it, I would. If I could, I really would. But unfortunately, I can't, so I apologise. Burnley coming forward now. Nathan Teller tries to cut inside. Plays a beautiful ball back. Maatson across the box. Jay Rodriguez has it shot by Josh Brownhill. And I think the flag's gone up for offside. The flag has gone up. Jay Rodriguez then with a chance. Teller had it. Played a little ball behind him. Maatson played a low one in. Rodriguez just off. Just off. But great early start by the Clarets. Jay Rodriguez, who has 9 goals in 15 championship starts this season. The Burnley-born man, absolutely in top form. Ball in the centre of the park. Brownhill tries to loft the ball over for Goodmanson on the run. Doesn't quite get to it. Ball back now with Vitinho. Cork has it. Jordan Bayer comes over the halfway line, pings one out to the far to this near side. Sorry, Vitinho tries to play a ball in. Goodmanson has it. Back to Vitinho. Burnley trying to work this opportunity. Try and open QPR up. Cork to Cullen. Bayer has it again. Ian Matson now has it on the far side. He finds Nathan Teller. Matson again to Cork. Burnley will be absolutely bossing this in terms of possession. But as I say, possession counts for nothing if you don't create those final chances. But it is still early in this game. Nathan Teller. I think the ball's gone out of play. In fact, Burnley have had 66% possession to QPR's 34 in the opening 10 minutes. As I say, True Red says, to be honest, Southgate made the wrong subs last night. Yeah, I don't understand why he took Saka off. Brought Grealish on way too late. Yeah, I agree with what Tebow said. Burnley have a chance here. He's had a free kick. Player's gone down. He's not given it. He's gone and given a goal kick. But yeah, I do think he should have brought Grealish on a little bit sooner. Pepper says, Sean Dash for the England job. I think he'd do well. Burnley intercept it. Jack Cork finds Teller. Can he get to the loose ball? He does. He keeps it in. Has to play it back to Matson. Ian Matson. Or Martson, however you want to announce it. I'm not posh. I'm from Burnley, right? Get used to it. Ian Matson finds Teller again. Can Teller keep it in? Oh, he hasn't. He's not managed to keep it in, unfortunately. Good football by Burnley, but still yet to break that deadlock. Brownhill and Teller with a bit of link-up play. Ball out for a goal kick. As I say, Anthony says, glad Bristol City got there. Win. What's the scores on the doors, Dan? I'm not sure. I haven't checked it, to be fair. I will have a look at it after today's games, or because I know there's just one game tomorrow, and then it will confirm the scores for this week. A view from the stand says, is Neil Critchley, I nearly said Crotchley then, Critchley QPR manager now? Not yet, but apparently he's book his odds on to be announced very, very soon. I don't understand why QPR didn't have a manager announced during the World Cup. Like, why has that not been sorted then? They've had over 2 weeks to get it sorted, and they haven't. But he is apparently the man rumoured to be taking the job. It's just in the final bits of paperwork, I believe. The message says 16 thumbs up. Keep hitting, keep subbing. Really do appreciate it. Hulk smash that like button. Hulk smash it. Absolutely go for it. And please, if you can, sub to the channel. Really would appreciate that. QPR coming forward now. Burnley having to live dangerously. Can they get rid of this? Ian Matson trying to defend well and does ahead of Thomas. Goal kick to the Clarets. QPR applying a little bit of pressure there. Not what you want to see. Especially when you've had a lot of that opening pressure. Yeah, he should have brought Rashford on earlier, I agree. The missus is loving all the love for Dash. Claret says, gotta love Dash. Wasn't given cash or backed, but smashed it in the Premier League. I'd love to have seen what Dash would have done with the money that Alan Pace gave company, to be fair. I wonder what Dash would have done. Let's say he's come out in interviews and said we nearly signed Harry Kane. We couldn't afford $7 million at the time. Imagine if Alan Pace had come in at that point of where Burnley was. That would have been fantastic. Goodmanson finds Cullen, plays it back. Vitinho has it. Has to go back. Good pressing by QPR. Burnley have the throw-in. Sam Field kicks it out. Eugene says it there. Smash the like button. Really do appreciate the love and support from everybody who's in already. Keep it coming. Absolutely love it. Cheers for letting me know he offered nothing to Villa under Gerrard. Interesting. He shat on Blackpool as well, didn't he? You shut on Blackpool a little bit as well. So I don't get it, me. I'm surprised they've not gone for QPR. Haven't gone for someone like Dash. The QPR fan Connor, who I was speaking to the other day, he said that they've gone for the cheap option. Gingerelli says this game will be won in the second half. Well, we do know what Burnley are like in the second half. They do like to up at another level. However, they are coming forward now. Teller, can he get an early ball in? Doesn't even beat the first man with it. Bayer is up. Teller manages to get it. Still has it. Still has it. He's turned two men. That's fantastic. Can he create something? Finds Ian Matson. Can he find a player in the box? It's launched to the back stick. Goodmanson into the centre. Brownhill, edge, Cork. Back to Brownhill. Vitinho now has it. Cullen can't get it on the turn. QPR can come away. Great defending. I thought the chance was there then. I thought the chance was coming. Luke says QPR should have had a list ready when Wolves came knocking. Yeah, they should have done. Apparently they did. Apparently they said they already had a list of names they was willing to speak to if Beale did leave. And then obviously he did go in the end and they've still not appointed anyone. It's a little bit strange. Ginger Ali says Southgate out. Kate says, I've got 3 so far in the predictions with 2 games, including Burnley QPR. My predictions were made for Prem level. I don't belong in the Championship. Just because you won the Prem one. You never know, you could win the Championship one. I know for one thing's for certain, I'm going to finish bottom of every single one of them are competing. Vitinho now has it again on this near side. Goodmanson, good to see him getting a run of games. As I say, keeping fit and well prepped for Burnley. Teller, can he get another ball in? Again, doesn't beat the first man, but Jack Cork gets it. Finds Vitinho. Jack Cork again. He's through. Is that a free kick? That's got to be a free kick. That's got to be a free kick. He comes through. To be fair, I think Jack Cork's anticipated the I'm not sure, actually. Jack Cork looked like he put his arms up then, as if to say, like, you know, I'm sorry, sort of like owning up to the fact that he may have anticipated the touch more than actually received the touch. But the referee still gives the free kick. T-Boy says, Luton have QPR in 2 games' time, so keep my eye out. Yes. He's doing God's work, doing the scouting. It's bad, isn't it? It's bad. The women's games were called off for snow on the pitch. Callum's in. Big yo to yourself. What can Josh Brownhill do from this free kick, or is Goodmanson going to hit it? Kate says, I think I might have to be a supporter of a team at Prem level and then I have 2 teams like Anthony. Whee! Referee sorts out the wall. Let's see what's going to happen here then. Goodmanson steps back. Is it Brownhill that looks to take it? Goodmanson shoots, and it's a goal! Goodmanson has scored! Burnley are 1-0 up! Fucking get in there! Come on! Goodmanson bags from the free kick. Absolutely fantastic. There's nothing the keeper could have done about that. Absolutely nothing the keeper could have done about it. It's over the wall, bent right into the opposite corner. And the Clarets are 1-0 up. Johan Berg Goodmanson scores from the set piece. And Dieng was left flat-footed. Nothing he could do. It's curled right into the corner. Beautiful free kick by Johan Berg Goodmanson. Company's happy. Goodmanson ran over to Company as well. Fantastic stuff. The Clarets are 1-0 up. Let's get that scoreline updated. Burnley are 1-0 up from the set piece. Fantastic stuff. Pardon me. Cases up the Clarets. T-Boy says, great goal. As I say, that was fantastic with that. I thought it might have been a little bit too close for him to get on target and up and over the wall, but what a finish. What a finish. Claret says, come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. The missus was trying to keep quiet because she'd seen it already. As I say, we are watching it on Now TV. And the missus she's getting the score updates on her phone upstairs, I'm guessing. But because I'm watching it on Now TV, there's about a 40-second minute delay. So, yeah, please no spoilers. Please no spoilers, as it says at the bottom of the screen. Alan says, get in. Henry says, wow, what a goal. Ginger Ali says, come on, Burnley. Wonderful. Oh, Burnley is wonderful. For the tits, Fanny and Clarets. Burnley is wonderful. Oh, nearly spoke a little bit too soon there. Burnley defending dangerously, but managed to clear. Callum says, what a hit, son. What a hit. Jeff says, you sound a little happy. I was very happy. I do have a cough, so it did hurt my throat celebrating that a little bit. But yeah, what a goal. Company is happy, so am I. Exactly, that's what we want to say. Wow, what a strike. That was keeper did not move. I'm 2 minutes behind on my stream. Fantastic stuff. I didn't. Well, what? I'm not following that. I'm not following that. But it is 1-0. It is 1-0. 22 minutes on the clock. I'd have to say as well, QPR haven't really offered anything. They're trying to play like marking everybody man for man. But nothing really in terms of chances for them, apart from early doors when QPR could have potentially had a penalty, but I don't think for me it was a pen. Vitinho's won a throw-in for the Clarets deep into their own half. And Burnley have to try and clear this forward. Jimmy Dunn has it. Cork, he just anywhere is better than nowhere. Calls in, he says, hi pal at work, just check the score, get in, get the fuck in there, get in. Well, great goal. Absolute peach of a finish. Absolute peach. Let's just have a look then at this moment in time. Let's see what's being said. Not's been said in terms of looking at the stats. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter. A QPR fan has said, I have not missed this. I bet they were saying they missed it prior to kickoff, but hey-ho. Josh Bunting says, Burnley ahead at QPR. Johan Berg Gudmundsson with a beautiful free kick. It was never a free kick in the first place, though. There's no contact. Can't take away the quality of the hit, but QPR will feel aggrieved with that. Yeah, I do agree. As I say, I did say that I think Jack Cope put his hands up and said that he didn't get touched and almost anticipated the contact. So, yeah, you can understand if QPR are a little bit annoyed at that. But I'm not going to complain. I'm seeing my team 1-0 up. So, I like it. A lot of people saying nice to see Scott Twine on the bench today. A Villa fan said that's not a free kick and shoot. The QPR should have had a penalty early doors too. People say referees are terrible. Someone said what? Someone called Louis has said watching Burnley play silky football isn't natural. Make it stop. Somebody called Katie as well has put the World Cup dream is over, but on the upside, QPR are back. I wonder what they're thinking now. EFL Zone have said Johan Berg Gudmundsson with a superb finish. It was indeed. 25 gone. Burnley coming forward again. However, it is out for a throw-in to QPR. The message says Burnley doesn't belong in the Championship with this team. Wish some of them were on loan. If we get promoted, then I think some of them may sign permanently, to be fair. I think some of them may sign permanently. It's just showing a replay of Jack Cork going to ground, and you see him get up, and he's going, no, like, I didn't get touched. So you can't really blame Burnley for it. Yes, he's anticipated the challenge, but Jack Cork got straight up. He got straight up and literally said, no, I didn't get touched. It was the referee, Peter Banks, who still gave the free kick. So any QPR fans who come in and dog us or throw hate out, like I say, QPR will definitely feel aggrieved by it. Jack Cork pleaded his innocence. He said, I wasn't touched. The referee is still giving it. You know what? Fair play to Jack Cork, because he could have just gone, no, and take it on the chin, but he didn't. QPR are going to need to find a goal, Burkhan. They're going to need to try and find something in this one. David says Gudmundsson 7-2 anytime scorer, 17-2 first goal scorer, 2 or more 25-1. 2 or more's worth a quid, isn't it? Then Clarence says North End beating Bastards yesterday was a great result, fantastic. Yeah, no, I agree, Alan. I agree. Cork has always been an honest player. Like I say, I don't want anyone to come at Burnley for the fact that it wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. We couldn't do anything about it. You know, he held his hands up. He said he'd not been touched. Referee still gave the free kick. Can only go on the words of the referee. 28 minutes gone. Gudmundsson has it again. Vitinho is free. He receives the ball on this side. Tries to play it in. Gudmundsson, that's a corner. That's gone. It's got to be a corner. Or is he given the free? Is he given the corner? Yeah, I think he has. Tell you what, Gudmundsson, even after 28 minutes, has ran his socks off. Exactly. Exactly, Ali. 7 goals in the last 2 games. Belting. Absolutely belting. Corner for the Clarets. Brownhill whips it in. It's headed out, and it's gone out for another Burnley corner. Thought they were going to play it short then. Gudmundsson came over. I didn't know whether he were going to take it or come short, but Brownhill whips another one in. It's deep to the back stick. Header up there, straight into the arms of Samba Dieng. Let's have a look at this. The keeper comes to the edge of the box. The ball is out of the box. The player is out of the box. think. Can't really see the line. Yeah, the player's out of the box. He's given a free kick to Dieng anyway. As I say, guys, massively appreciate the love and support. Please do, if you can, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also hit that notification bell. If you could do those first two, subscribing, and also liking the video, that would be really appreciative. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. I know 4 of them are up there: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. They're the ones we're predominantly on, but we are currently live on Twitch as well as Facebook and YouTube. So do show us your support. Player down for QPR, and it's Sam Field, the West Bromwich Albion Youth Academy player who's swapped the blue and white of West Brom for the hoops of QPR. However, Paul Hall, the interim manager for QPR, won't really be that. Don't think he should really be that upset with QPR's performance. They've done pretty well. Yes, they've had to defend a lot, but they're 1-0 down really to a goal that, you know, even as a Burnley fan, I can say it now, we shouldn't have really had. We shouldn't have really got that goal because the free kick wasn't. It wasn't a free kick. It wasn't a free kick. Simple as that. And Jack Cork even, you know, said that it wasn't. The referee gave it though. Not else we can do. I will take it though. QPR did have a chance coming forward. Ball played to the edge of the box. Willock setting his sights on shooting, tried to curl it towards the top corner, but it went up and over from the pass to him by Manchester United loanee Ethan Laird. Goodmanson has it now on this near side. That's going to be a free kick QPR. Willock has it. Cork takes down his man. QPR take this free kick very, very quickly. Travis says, Burnley look like the home side here. QPR look completely outclassed. They don't look great, do they, QPR, to be honest? Aidan says, I can't wait for Burnley Huddersfield. It's next year that now, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look when Burnley Huddersfield is. So Burnley's next 2 games, we have Middlesbrough on Saturday at 3 o'clock. We will be bringing you a watch along for that as well. So join us for that game as well. Next Saturday, we'll bring you the watch along. 2:45, we'll be live. And also that Wednesday, the 21st of December, we'll be doing another Burnley watch along, which will be for Manchester United versus Burnley in the round of 16 in the EFL Cup. Burnley have a free kick in their own half here. Right, let's have a look. Where is it? 25th of February. 25th of Feb. Should be a good one, that. Oh, bad ball by Jordan Bayer. Chance for QPR to come forward. Willock has it. Great interception. Taken off the toe there. QPR player down. And Josh Cullen gets forward. Can he pick out a man? He runs into the centre. Ball with Teller on the far side. Tries to cut in. He's had the ball intercepted. QPR coming forward again now. QPR player pushed out wide, to be fair. Jordan Bayer picks up the pieces. Cork has it. Now with Goodmanson in the centre of the park. It's a very open game in terms of the way that both teams are playing. Both teams are being able to find players in space. And as I say, it's just about QPR getting it right when they go forward. Taylor Harwood-Bellis finds Vitinho. Cullen has it now in the middle of the park. Bayer plays it back to Muric. Muric goes to pump one long, tries to find Teller out wide, and does. Can Teller beat his man? Plays it back to Matson. Cork finds his midfield partner, Cullen, who finds Vitinho. Can he get a ball in? Can he beat his man? Is he going to take him on? He doesn't. Plays it back to Cullen again. Matson finds Teller. Burnley playing it from one wing to the other, trying to find the space and the gap to try and get that second, give themselves at least a cushion in this one. Cullen has it now on this near side. Teller tries to play an early one into the box. Goodmanson's not there. Can Vitinho keep it in? He does. Finds Goodmanson. Vitinho again. Tries to play the 1-2. Can Vitinho get there? Not before Dieng can. The keeper comes out and collects. Burnley did really well there, to be fair. Playing a bit of 1-2 stuff. But the defence of QPR, they knew that Vitinho was coming, but Dieng came out and collected before Vitinho could get there. 36, coming up to the 37th minute. Burnley are bossing this at the moment. Hayden says Burnley 20-0 against Huddersfield. Hey, you never know where Huddersfield have been playing. And I don't get your manager. Where's he from? He's got so many accents merged into one. It's unreal. The advertisement boards going around Loftus Road says Energizer. I'll tell you what, Burnley just haven't stopped running in this game. That's a reason why I pull up the fact that, you know, the Energizer Bunny, they've all been their own little, all had their turn of power today. Ball at the back with Jordan Bayer. Vitinho has it. Still gets it back from Goodmanson. He has to play it back dangerously, but does find Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Bayer comes forward, finds Matson. Can he find Teller making a run? Teller turns, wins the throw-in for the Clarets. Teller's got a battle on his hands on that side against Ethan Laird. Two players going with bags of pace. Apparently he's from Scotland, but he's worked in Germany. It sounds like he's worked all over the place and picked up God knows how many accents. They've all merged into one. Weird. Jimmy Dunn clears it for another Burnley throw-in. Teller gets the ball from Matson. That's dangerous. Has the free kick been given? Yeah, free kick's been given for a high foot by Josh Brownhill, but no card issued by the referee. Sort of let the game play a little bit. As I say, the referee has been at the centre of some controversy in this game. You'd like to say that Burnley's goal really, you know, I'll take it because we're 1-0 up and it's the referee, but a free kick that shouldn't have been a free kick, and qualms that QPR could have potentially had a penalty. Yeah, Paul Cook used to play for Burnley, Aidan. He used to play for Burnley, did Paul Cook, in the midfield. He was a decent player. But yeah, I've heard some of his interviews as well. You know, where his voice has gone on the touchline, so he's like, and then all of a sudden his voice comes back. It's like, yeah, we didn't deserve to win anything on the far side, but then we decided that this was going to happen. It's just weird. His voice just sort of broke. It was strange, but I know what you mean. Matson fans, Bayer, Burnley keeping hold of this really tight game in terms of what Burnley are doing here. QPR fan on Twitter has said, this is like being at a Burnley training session. We've got to get 10, 15 yards up the field, more aggressive, more tackles, more press. It's bleak. You're hearing that from QPR fans. That speaks volumes. Somebody called Johnny has said the togetherness of the Burnley squad was clear for all to see after that Goodmanson goal. That's the one major similarity between Dash and company. Both understand the importance of creating a healthy environment for the players to work in. Got to say, Burnley are controlling this game. They have looked comfortable for the majority. Not getting it quite right in the final third, though. Like I say, Teller can't seem to play his game. He's matched pace for pace with Ethan Laird on the far side. Graham's in. Hope you're well, Graham. Hope you are well. He says, hello, everyone. How has the game been? As I say, Burnley have absolutely bossed it for me. They've been all over QPR. However, QPR starting to come forward now. Can they get a sniff at goal? No, it's a great interception by Jack Cork. And it's a free kick for Burnley as well. Goodmanson taken down by Jake Clark-Salter. Goodmanson goes to clear the loose ball. Clark-Salter does catch his foot, to be fair. Surprised not to see him get a yellow for that. You've seen yellows given for that, must say. Luke says, free kick shouldn't have been what Cork did, being honest. I like that from a player rather than being biased saying I got pulled down. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Anthony says, Dan, just multitasking, watching the game, doing dinner and listening to John Hartson all at the same time. Did you see Anthony as well? Chris got banned by John Hartson earlier. He got blocked on Twitter for saying something about something to do with Wales. Graham says yes. As I said, the free kick, Graham, we shouldn't have had it really. Jack Cork put his arms up. He said, look, I didn't get fouled. I anticipated the foul. You know, I'm sorry. Referee still gave the free kick. Referee still gave the free kick, even with Jack Cork being honest. And there's a player hobbling about for QPR. Doesn't look very good, to be fair. I think he's definitely hurt himself. He's limping about. However, Burnley come forward. Teller tries to take a shot from range. Cork finds Teller again. Teller goes all the way back to Bayer. He's pulled down, and the linesman knows it. Lyndon Dykes pulls down Jordan Bayer, Scotland's number 9. I think QPR may have to make a substitution. It's Andrea Dozzell, I think, who's down on the deck. Let me have a look at the lineup. It is, yeah, Andrea Dozzell. When he tries to win the ball from Jack Cork goes to boot the ball away, but Dozzell clashes shins with Jack Cork. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but 2 minutes has been added on at the end of this first half. 2 added minutes. Yeah, he did. Chris said something along the lines of, because John Arterson put some out saying something like, I guess it's not coming home then. And then Chris put, I don't even think it was something that bad, to be fair. It said, I can't remember what it said, but it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. And then John Arterson just thought, sod you, English prick, and just blocked him. I know we have some Welsh clarets amongst us, but as an Englishman, sometimes the Welsh can be a little bit touchy, I've found out. He's not the only one. There's 2 or 3 more that sort of haven't enjoyed anything that's said, even when you're trying to be constructive. I haven't got a problem with Wales. I actually wanted them to win not the game against England, but wanted to do well because of Connor Roberts playing for them. Burnley have a chance coming forward now. Can they get a one from now between half time? Oh, fantastic shot! It is. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. Ian Matson gets on the score sheet. And that has come from the rebound. The fantastic save by the keeper from Vitinho's shot. But Ian Matson was there. Ian Matson. The ball comes in from Teller into the centre. He finds Vitinho just on the edge of the D. He shoots. Saved by Samba Dieng. And Ian Matson is there to finish off on that rebound from the keeper. Keeper can't get there enough. He can't get there quick enough. Good shot by Vitinho, by the way. Great save by Dieng. And Ian Matson, all he has to do is connect and get it on target. Does so and puts the Clarets into a 2-goal lead. That's his second in the Championship this season. His first coming on the opening day against Huddersfield. And it wouldn't surprise me if the ref blows for half-time in a moment. Kick-off in the centre circle has gone. It is on 48 minutes, but Burnley have a 2-goal advantage. It is. The half-time whistle has gone. Burnley are 2-0 up in this one. And it's been a fantastic first half by the Clarets. Great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. David says it there. He says, let's get another. And what did we do? We took your advice, David. We took your advice and we went and did it. Come on. Kate says, woohoo. Alan says, yes. And then he has to wait 2 minutes to see it. Sarvalini says, how are you? How are you, Dan? Kane let the country down. I wouldn't say he let the country down. I won't go that far. You know, penalties, it's all a lottery. It's a shootout. I wasn't confident when it came to that second penalty, to be fair. I said it earlier. I turned away because I didn't think that we'd do anything from it. But hey-ho, it is what it is. And I'm seeing Burnley currently win 2-0. So the smile is back on the face. Jeff says, great half for Burnley. Fantastic half for the Clarets. Alan says, no spoilers. Yeah, I do. No spoilers, Dan. As I say, I can't help it. I can't help it. Obviously, I'm going to bring you my reaction. That's why I'm doing the watch along. Henry says, well, Burnley doing good. That will be hard to come back from now. We say that. We saw Argentina 2-0 up against the Netherlands. And that came back. So we shall see. We shall see. Henry says, I've got to go for now, Dan. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy yourself, Henry. If you do come back, in, let us know. But take it easy and enjoy the rest of your day. Alan says, great finish. Up the Clarets. Anthony says, good for Burnley this. Fantastic for Burnley this. Henry says, bye to the chat. And Alan says, I'm joking. But yeah, I thought you was. Cyber Leader says, Cornet possibly back for the Fulham game. Like I say, you catch him on his best, he will be a massive, massive player for West Ham. I'm telling you that now. Right, it is half time. I'm going to go for a slash because it's half time and I've been sat here holding it for the last 10 minutes. So do join us for the second half, and we will be going through the stats of the first half as well when we are back in around 5 to 6 minutes time. So you are watching the live watch along of QPR versus Burnley. We'll be back very, very soon. So we are back. We are back. Second half will get underway very, very soon. I decided to go to the fridge and I thought I'll treat myself to a beer. So got myself a nice little stubby of Staropramen. I say to celebrate. It's prematurely celebrating. We all know at 2-0, things can still change, can still all change. Naz has said here, Nazir Ahmed has said, got £400 on Burnley to win at 6-5 before the game. Cushy, mate. Cushy. At least you'll be making some money back and making a good win on that. Henry's multitasking, watching Liverpool play Lyon today. So up the Reds for now. Alan says, will Weghorst leave in Jan? Well, he's with Besiktas until the summer. As Travis says there, I looked it up and his loan at Besiktas ends in the summer. But from what I'm hearing is that there is a clause in the loan deal that says we could bring him back in January. However, whether we exercise that option is yet to be seen. So we shall see. I hate having a cold. Alan says, what are Southampton's intentions with Teller? Will they call him back in Jan? I hope not. I hope not. To be honest with you, I'm hoping that I don't know. Mine went blank then. Mine went blank. I'm hoping that we can keep hold of him and sign him permanently in the summer. I don't know why. You know, when you just sort of like something random came into my head, and I'm like, why am I thinking that? A little bit weird, but hey ho. Whatnot's Blackpool says, hi all, hi to your bad self. Hope you are well. Alan says here, thanks for that. Handola says, whoa. Travis says, interesting. His value went up in Qatar for sure. Definitely. Definitely. As he said, thanks, lads. Cashed out for 805 quid at half time. How much would it have been at full time? What would it have been at full time? Claret Zone says, hi. Big up to yourself, Claret Zone. Fantastic stuff that you guys are doing. Hope you guys are well. Simon's in. He's at the game, I think. Are you at the game? He says, all right, Shagger, freezing my cherries off here at this dump. Up the Clarets. I mean, Simon, if you're still in, give us your thoughts on that first half. Let us know what you thought of that first half while we just have a look at the stats. In that first 45 then. In terms of shots, Burnley have had 6 shots to QPR's 1. Burnley having 5 on target. QPR with their 1 shot, it's not on target. Pardon me, not on target at all. 32% of the possession goes for QPR, 68% of the possession in favour of the Clarets. 162 passes for QPR, with Burnley having 328. Burnley having the better pass accuracy with 86% to QPR's 71. Both teams equal on the fouls. No cards have been issued. There's been 1 offside in the game and 3 corners, which have gone in favour of the Clarets. It says here that Burnley do go top of the league and 3 points clear of Sheffield United. And it says here with two extra goal difference, but I thought we only had like 14, so I'm not entirely sure. Either way, we're still 3 points clear. But both 2 fantastic goals. As I say, the first goal, let's talk about that then, because it wasn't a free kick, was it? Let's say that. It wasn't a free kick. Even Jack Cork stood up and went, look, I'm sorry. I anticipated getting fouled. I was wrong. And he said, no. I'm sorry for that. Referee Peter Banks still said it's a free kick. Don't care. So what can you do? The referees set the rules. He said the free kick. So we have to take it. And we took advantage of it. Obviously, Goodmanson stepped up. Fantastic looping ball over the top of the wall. Sambi Dieng sort of hesitated one way, saw the ball going the other, but it was too late for him to react. 2 subs as well, just warming up, coming on in the second half of QPR. Albert Adoma and Shadipo look set to be coming on for the home side. I'm not sure who's coming off in replacement for them. Willock and Thomas are coming off for Adoma and Shadipo ahead of this second half getting underway. And then the second goal, beautiful ball. Bartella cuts in on the inside, plays it back to Vitinho, who hits it from the edge of the D, makes Sambi Dieng have to dive, makes a fantastic save, but he just palms the ball straight into the path of Ian Matson, who finished the move off and put us 2-0 up before the half-time whistle went. And Burnley are deserving of that lead. Can I just say that? Let's have a look at your comments as well. Simon says they don't have any fans either. To be fair, looking at it, it doesn't look as full as it could be. Anthony says QPR should have had a pen that wasn't given. Yeah, in the first few minutes, I agree with that. I think QPR should have potentially had a pen there. Alan says we've totally bossed them off the pitch. Referee puts the whistle to his mouth. And we are off for the second half. T-Boy says Liverpool 1, Leon 0 already. 1 minute in. Fabio Carvalho with a goal. Wow, interesting stuff. Russ says, hey, up Dan from a snowy Yorkshire. Hope you're well, fine, sir. All is good here, especially now that we are winning 2-0. Tonk says 8 points clear of third. Can he beat it, man? Can he beat it? One note says, think we have a game in hand too. Yeah. Let me have a look at the table, actually. Let's see. So, QPR 22. Are you a Blackpool fan? Because Blackpool have played 22. QPR have played 22, and so have Burnley, to be fair. QPR coming forward, ball in the Burnley box. Burnley done well to usher QPR out at this moment. Adoma has it now on this far side. He whips one in deep, and it's gone for a goal kick. QPR's left back Paul can't seem to do anything with it. Ryan says, Tonksy says, calm down, John Hartson. Shot it, you wee dicky. Alan says, I'm not too sure about the Cork free kick. He did leave his boot in. Like I say, Jack Cork stood up. Jack Cork stood up and said, no, he didn't. There were no contact, but the referee still give it. Brad says, how's my 3-0 looking? It's still on. Still very much on, mate. Claret Zone says, my prediction is 4-1. Anthony says, my missus keeps playing that song, Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. If I hear it one more time, she'll be running up that fucking hill. Burnley come forward again. Oh, heavy touch by Teller. Matson did well to find Teller, but Teller took a heavy touch. Yeah, Alan says, we all on 22 after today. Ah, right. No, Burnley fan always. I'm from Burnley. All right. So it's just what's with the name? Is it a business or something in Blackpool? Let us know. Be interesting to know where the name's from, etc. Claret Zone says, I hope Twan plays in the second half. Yeah, I hope we get to see Scott Twan at some point. We've waited a long time to see our £4 million signing actually play, apart from 16 minutes against Huddersfield. So it'd be good to see him get some minutes in his legs, especially if we get another and we're quite comfortable. That should be certain to see him a little bit later on. Header up by Lyndon Dax. He doesn't know where it's gone. Court clears, and Paul has it. Jake Clark-Salter has it at the back for QPR. Plays it along to Jimmy Dunn, the former Claret's youth player. Ah, I get you now. Happy days. Started a small wood business in Blackpool. Brill stuff. Fantastic stuff. Alan says Twine will get 15 minutes, I hope. Fingers crossed. Ball has gone out of play. I think it's gone for a free. Is it given a free kick? Or is it a throw into QPR? Not entirely sure. But guys, if you please do us one gigantic favour. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit that notification bell to get notified of when we are next live. As I say, we are going to be live on Wednesday covering Morocco, France. Then we will be live on Saturday. Well, we'll be live Thursday for the EFL prediction show, and I'll be speaking to Johnny, a Borough fan, for the match preview 7:30 on Thursday as well. Then join us on Saturday when we'll be covering a live watch along of Burnley versus Middlesbrough, and we'll bring you that as well. And then Sunday we should be bringing you the World Cup final, no matter who's in it. I said I'm going to see it through to the end, even if England are out. So I'll bring the World Cup final to you as well. However, Monday, tomorrow, I'll be on Leicester Till I Die TV. Chris has asked me to go on and do a review of the quarters and ahead of the semi-final, and obviously talk about how shite England. To be fair, I can't say we did shite. We played really well. We just, certain things didn't go our way. But yes, the schedule is busy. I'll tell you what, QPR's game's changed drastically since the introduction of Adoma and Shadipo has given them a little bit more fire in the belly, shall we say. Referee Peter Banks has given a free kick. I'm not sure. He's saying it's a foul, but Brownhill's got the ball and kicked the ball away. See what you guys are saying. Russ says, not live on Tuesday for Argentina, Croatia. I'm at football on Tuesday night. It's going to be a bit of a strange one because, as I say, last Tuesday I did go live for the Portugal game against Croatia, against Switzerland. Sorry. and I had to put a halt to it because I was being trolled drastically and massively. Oh, that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. Jack Cork goes into the book. It's a stonewall yellow. He knew what he was doing. Tactical yellow, if I've ever seen one. QPR are away. It gets the beat. It beats Taylor Howard-Bellis. Jack Cork has to take one for the team, and the captain does that to aplomb. So yeah, Tuesday night I'm usually at football. Like I said, I didn't go last time because I'm coughing and stuff. My chest infection was quite bad, so it's just obviously nothing comes of the free kick. Jimmy Dunn not happy. Could have got himself on the score sheet against his former club, but header goes over the bar from that free kick. So yeah, last Tuesday, I found out as well, a friend of mine on the football pitch passed away while playing football. So I think everyone's getting together and obviously going to pay some respects to him as well. Alan says, I would love Morocco to go all the way and win it. Wouldn't we all? For Anas. Let's do it for Anas. Anthony says, oh, Mark's okay after Newport lost 1-0 against Doncaster. I'm sure he's used to seeing him lose by now. Yeah, go all the way and win it. He says, to be honest, we'll listen in future. Problems with Claret Plus, great site. No, appreciate it. Appreciate it, mate. I try to do my best and bring watch-alongs when I can. Say I've got the missus and kids, and sometimes sending them upstairs out the way, it can be a bit of a nightmare. But the missus does sacrifice a lot of her time to let me do this, so I do appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone that comes in, especially Burnley fans. Love it when the Burnley fans are in and in voice as well in the chat. Appreciate it. Mellor's in. He says, YouTube won't let me change my name for 13 days. Fuming. I bet you are fuming. But hope you're well, Mellor. Anthony says, still fuming after the England game last night. I was, but now that I'm getting to see my hometown club 2-0 up away from home, back at the summit of the Sky Bet Championship, I'm very, very happy with it. Bayer and Harwood-Bellis have it. Harwood-Bellis has to play it back to Muric. QPR trying to ever so come forward and put a little bit of pressure on us. Muric has to go along with it. Can J-Rod get it? To be fair, I think J-Rod's been pretty quiet in this one. I think J-Rod has been very, very quiet. Yeah, I say there are people telling me to basically just saying all sorts, saying should kill myself, should basically, he just went where it just carried on for a while. So I just ended the broadcast and my head were in it. Then I found out that one of the lads I played football with on Tuesday passed away on the pitch. They had a defib on him as well. That weren't doing anything. But apparently he died there and then before the ambulance got there as well. So yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday morning wasn't the best of days, to be fair. My head was up my arse and trying to remain positive. Like the missus said, she says, you can't give up the channel. Keep going. Ignore those horrible bastards and just keep doing what you're doing. However, Tim Iroegbenum has gone into the book for a foul on Johan Berg Gudmundsson. Free kick for Burnley in the QPR half. that's pumped into the box. It's deep, trying to look for Jay Rodriguez, but not what's going to come of it. To be fair, Jay Rod has, as I said, he's been pretty quiet. He's not really been involved in this game at all. Alan says, took one for the team. I would do the same. Jeff says, always remember, if you are being trolled, it's an indication of you being a success. Consider it a positive. I didn't look at it like that before, but now that you mention it, Jeff, I appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Anthony says, what about Bristol City fans, Dan? They tune in. Wait for it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The one and only. Turf is in. Obviously, what's not Blackpool, who was tapping on Facebook. He's come over to YouTube, so switched to YouTube. Really appreciate it. As I say, if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're trying to get to 1,000, trying to get to that 1K, and I will do a Mad Bastard challenge. Not sure what yet, but we shall see. Alan says, yeah, it's jealousy when the trolls pop up. Brad says, sorry to hear you had to deal with that, mate. Ever need, or I'm just a message away. I appreciate that, Brad. Really do appreciate that, pal. And Anthony says, well done, Kate. Great advice there. She's not just a pretty face, Anthony. She does sometimes come good. Burnley now have another free kick. Anthony says, yeah, Brandon, same here. No, I appreciate the kind words from everybody as well. Can't thank you all. Like I say, we're all a little family in here. An ever-expanding family, which, I love every single one of you. You're not just a subscriber to me. You're a friend. If you're in the chat and we're chatting away, you're not just a number. You're not just a statistic. You're a friend, and I appreciate it. So thank you. Nathan Teller has it now. Finds Matson, who plays the ball back to Teller. Can he keep it in? Does well, but is held off by Ethan Laird, and he manages to get the ball away. However, Jordan Bayer is there to collect it, and he finds Muric. Arwood Bellish tries to ping a ball back over for Teller, but not enough on it. Jiro trying to put pressure on Dieng. Second half stats. There's been 0 shots from Burnley, but a shot from QPR. Again, not on target. QPR have had the better of possession. They've had 52% to Burnley's 48%. So they've grown into the game. As I said, them 2 substitutions really have helped QPR. Really have. Russ says, sorry to hear about your friend, Dan. Take care. And always it. No, I appreciate it. It came in threes. It came in threes because that happened. And then I found out that my dad got taken into hospital. He fell downstairs. And there's a 20% chance he'll walk again. So, yeah, that's on my mind and all. In fact, I'd not spoken to my dad for 3 years. I've not spoken to my dad for 3 years, and when things like this happen, I think it puts life into perspective, and just, life is too short. Life is way too short to hold grudges and stuff. Alan says there, and I can't stress it enough, please share the stream, guys. Let's get the channel out there. Let's get it out there. I've noticed that, I'd love more Burnley fans in here as well. I know we've got fans of other clubs. Lyndon Darks is up there. Chance for QPR. Shot from the edge of the box. And it's wide. Oh, Sam Field had a chance. He's trying to rally the fans up at QPR. He's trying to rally the home fans up. Burnley lived dangerously there. Sam Field with a shot. Great save by Muric. I thought it had gone wide, but it's a fantastic save. Great stuff by Muric. Corner for QPR, though. Burnley not out of the woods yet. 61 minutes gone. Ball floated in deep. Header up. Can Burnley clear? Ball's played back. Burnley can regroup and get out. Ball back with Dieng, the QPR keeper. I think the game's been stopped for something. And it is. It's Sam Field down holding his leg on the floor. Brad says, if Teller's playing, where's Penn? Well, QPR should have had a pen in the first half, to be fair. First few minutes of the game, but it wasn't given. Great save by Muric. Fantastic save by Muric when I've just seen it again. Doug's in. Hope you're feeling better, Doug. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. I know you weren't feeling too clever, mate, so I hope you feel better after having an afternoon nap. Fingers crossed you're on the mend, mate. Scott's in as well. He says, I've got you on live. Sherry and me after last night, good old Burnley. Yeah, we need to... putting smiles back on their faces of Clarets after the England defeat yesterday. No problem, Russ. No problem. I really appreciate it. As I say, you guys are all legends, so thank you very, very much. And yeah, Alan. Whew. Company breathing a few words to his Burnley players. It has been a stronger second half by QPR, but fingers crossed, Burnley can get themselves back in this. They have the 2-goal cushion. They have nothing really else they need to do. Brad says, Penn and Tell's Dan. Penn and Tell the magicians. Alan says, just seen the save. Yeah, fantastic. To have even seen that come through the melee of bodies, he's seen it come through there and still made the save. There's Les Ferdinand, Director of Football at QPR. And also another former Claret is up there as well. Lee Hughes, who came to Burnley as I think it was the Chief Executive Officer. I think he was the CEO at the club for a period of time. Well, he left us to join QPR and has been there ever since. Burnley have it in the centre of the park, though. Josh Brownhill plays it to Teller. Teller comes back. No forward option at that point. Ball back with Harwood Bellis. I'd take J-Rod off me. He's not really offered anything up top. But then, yet again, at 2-0 up, why change anything? You know what I mean? Alan says, just in the save. Yeah, fantastic save. Anthony says, Dan, watching the stream on a 22-inch TV. That's scary. Yeah. This bloody face, this fat, chubby, flaming hamster cheek ginger lad up on your TV screen. Probably not what you wanted, but it'll help you sleep tonight anyway. That's if you haven't shot yourself. Cullen does well to turn. Cook, can he find Rodriguez in there? It doesn't drop early enough. And Dieng can get his hands up there for it. Anthony says, big up, Doug. Alan says, let's give Twan a go. Take Jay off. He's not in this. No, he's not. He's not. I'd say if we're going to change him for anyone, bring Scott Twan on. At least we can see what he can do. Free kick to QPR. "65 minutes gone. Fast approaching that 66th minute. Jimmy Dunn with a header. Good clearance by Jack Cork. However, QPR managed to get to the second ball. Can they carve themselves another goal-scoring opportunity? Ball on the far side. Trying to get the run. of Vitinho. Vitinho does fantastically well. And I think QPR have the corner. Courtney's in. Hope you're well, Courtney. Says, come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. QPR with a corner. 66.5 minutes. Albert Adoma to whip this ball in. It's in the middle of the mix. Muric is up there. He's in the melee of players and calmly collects it. Barry says, sorry to hear about the bad news, Dan. Well done with how you're progressing in the league. But no, I really appreciate it, mate. Really, really do. So thank you. Alan said, Cork's my man of the match at the moment. Cork has been phenomenal, to be fair. He's been everywhere, all over the pitch. He's actually done really well. So, yeah, I couldn't argue with you. Scott says, Gifton Noah Williams looks better now than when he played for us on Claret Player. I thought Gifton were going to come on the show at one point, ahead of when we played Stoke. He said he was going to come on. And then he said, oh, I can't do Tuesday now. My missus has got me running errands. And then he just, to put it in a nutshell, Gifton Noah Williams ghosted me. After talking for a while, Gifton Noah Williams ghosted me. QPR coming forward. Interception by Burnley. Can they get the second ball as well? Cork still has it. Finds Matson. He's got a run on. Finds Teller. Matson's running on the overlap. Can Teller find him? No, Teller does come inside though. Tries to get in there. Balls ran out of play. Good trying by Burnley. Good trying by Burnley, but it is out of play. Courtney says 6 points. We're still top of the league. We'd only be 3 points ahead of. We'd only be 3 points ahead of Sheffield United at the minute. You know, Scott, I think that was his only hat-trick in his career as well. Speaking of which, Burnley come forward. Rodriguez, he's been pushed wide. Cullen has it in the centre. Matson now has it. Back with Cullen. Finds Vitinho. Back to Cullen again. Cork has it in the centre. Matson. Teller now on this far side. Can he beat his man and get a ball in? He can't, and it's gone for a Burnley corner. Anthony said Aston Villa beating Chelsea 1-0. What's that? Is that just some sort of friendly or something? Or is that the women's game? Esme, if you're watching, Esme, Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Hope you are well, Princess. Brownhill with a corner. Doesn't even beat the first man. Nate says, good morning, afternoon, Dan. Nate's out in America. And says, my 6-0 is still on. Johnny says, is it me or does Teller look like Tupac? And Alan says, I hope not Tupac. Tupac is a corpse. Burnley have it. Rodriguez with a header over. Teller, he's in. Rams the keeper. Shoots. 3-0. I would have reacted a little bit more, but Claret Zone actually did put a thing in. I'm sorry, right? It says at the bottom of the screen, no spoilers. It says it right there. It's going right along the screen. No spoilers. I want to give you my proper reaction, but I saw what you'd put. And if you're wondering why I wasn't as excited at the third goal, because you'd already told me. I hate. There's a reason I say no spoilers, people, and it's because, and I said it at the beginning, I am about a minute behind this in this game. I'm watching it on Now TV, so I'm a minute behind. It really annoys me when people do that. However, good goal, by the way. Fantastic goal, by the way. 7th championship goal this season for Nathan Tella. And it was a mess up by former Claret Jimmy Dunn, who tried to chest it back to his keeper. Didn't see Tella coming on the overlap. And Tella goes and grabs the third by rounding Dieng. And it's 3-0. The missus says, I was in the shower and she's yelling at my phone saying, Daddy, I love you repeatedly. Your love, you made her smile. I love making my little girl smile. She's my little princess. This is brilliant. This is fantastic. Alan says there, Tella, Claret Zone should know better. Red card for you. I've timed them out for 5 minutes just because if it happens again, I give everyone a warning. If it happens again, then yeah, you know, it's frustrating. I can't be doing with it. I want people in and I want people to engage in it. But obviously, if you want my real reaction, my raw reaction when I see it happen, without someone just going out there and telling us, then yeah, please, as it says at the bottom of the screen, no spoilers. I might have to put it in capitals just to make sure people read it. But in fact, I need to update that because it is 3-0. Let me just update that. There is a substitution happened for Burnley as well. Goodmanson has gone off. And Manuel Benson has come on in his place. Kate says there, this is making up for England being kicked out for sure. 100% is. Scott says, can't remember of any of his goals, but was a brilliant game. Only Sheffield can stop us now. Yeah, we would have been 6 points clear, like Courtney said earlier, if we'd have beaten Sheffield United. That was a bit of a sucker punch defeat, I must say. Barry says, missed my first World Cup since the 1950s, then I boycotted it in respect to the 3,000 workers killed building the stadiums there. No, I can understand why people have boycotted it. I can understand why people aren't watching it. As a content creator, obviously, I'm going to do the World Cup final and some of the other fixtures of the semis. But no, I understand people's reasons. I really do. Burnley come forward again. It's floated in there. Jay Rodriguez tries to head it. It hits Jimmy Dunn instead of going towards goal. Alan says, great finish from that angle. It was. It's very similar to Ian Matson's on the other side. You know, because Matson did well on the other side to get it in from the save from Dieng. Burnley have a corner. Anthony says, Dan, I'm watching it now on TV. You were 1 minute 30 seconds behind. But please, no more spoilers. Mick says it there. Please, no spoilers. It seriously spoils the atmosphere. I know you guys will have been enjoying it and lapping it up and want to get in and be like, yes, goal. But I want you to see the raw reaction from when a goal goes in. So, you know, that's why I say no spoilers, especially if I'm behind. If I'm watching it on Sky, well, it is on Sky, but I'm watching it through Now TV. However, QPR have just made a substitution ahead of a corner. Not always a good sign. But ball is pinged in. Still kept in play. And QPR managed to clear. It didn't really say who's gone off. because they was anticipating the corner, but I'm sure it will, when the ball goes out of play, it will tell us who it was. David says, trading score on Betfair Exchange, making 70 at the more if we get another 120 plus. That's always great, isn't it? And hopefully that comes off. Alan says, all going well for the goal difference too. We are scoring for fun this season. We certainly are, sir. Certainly are. Shot by QPR, touched by Lyndon Dykes and saved by Arijan Muric. Anthony says, I went on the fence on the prediction show because of Connor. T-Boss said, yeah, I saw that Sheffield United Burnley game before Blackpool away and the defending was a calamity. It was. Luckily, we put it right against the inbreds. It was Andre Dozell who went off and Sinclair Armstrong, the young Irishman who has come on for QPR. Burnley come forward again. QPR managed to get it. I'm surprised that wasn't a foul on Jack Cork, but referee said play on. 3-0 to the good. Things have gone from bad to worse for QPR. As I say, the first goal, QPR really could be aggrieved with. They should have had a penalty in the first few minutes. Burnley's first goal really shouldn't have been a free kick because Jack Cork held his hands up and said, nah, I didn't get touched. I anticipated the foul. Referee still said free kick's there. Can only go off what the referee said, but QPR have been better in the second half. I must give them that. Give them credit for that. They've managed to have a lot more possession of the ball. They just haven't been clinical enough with it going forward. He says, as Sinclair Armstrong has it on the far side, finds someone in the centre. It's now back out wide. Tried to be pinged into the box for Lyndon Dykes to get onto. Muric comes out. Howard Bellis heads it away. It's now down on this near side. Back in towards the centre of the park. Can Burnley get this away? QPR with an early ball. Touches Lyndon Dykes. It's still in there and it's over the bar. It's over the bar. He cuts in early, plays a ball in. Lyndon Dykes takes a knock onto it. It's come off Jordan Bayer. And I think, is it Shadipo that hits it? Oh, it's actually gone wider than I thought. No, it was Paul. Or Pal, whatever. P-A-A-L. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. But Paul is the man to that sends it wide. Darko Cherlinov. Darko Cherlinov is being readied, as is the bastard destroyer, Ashley Barnes. Alan says, I predicted 2-2, so glad I'm always wrong. Funnily enough, Ashley Barnes is to come on for Jay Rodriguez. He has had a quiet game. A very quiet game, to be fair. Now it's time for Ashley Barnes to come on and make himself a nuisance. Ugh. Darko Cherlinov looked ready to be coming on as well, but I'm not sure what happened there. Barry says, we've got some serious work to do to get off the bottom of the Prem, Dan, but I would so much love to see you back at Molineux next season. It'd be good, that. It would be good. Like I say, it'd be good to meet up as well, if we can sort tickets out to get there. Scott says, this year reminds me of 92. Burnley are back. Anthony says, Dan, I won on my bet yesterday. 5 games on a £5 free bet, and I won 322 quid. You're raking it in. Raking it in. Anthony said, I'll message you and pick some games on Boxing Day. Yeah, we'll go through the Boxing Day fixtures as well. We'll sort out a live to do that. Turf Fight says, appreciate what you're doing, Turf. No, call me Dan. Call me Dan. Call me Turf. As long as you're not like the trolls telling me to fuck off and die, I think I can take it. T-Boy said, I said 1-1. Liverpool's 1-1. And Lacazette has scored for Leon. '81 gone. Fast approaching the 82nd minute. QPR 0, Burnley 3. And it's pretty much game over now. Even with still 8 minutes to go, plus whatever time's added on, you'd like to say that it's game over. Well, this is football. Nothing is ever concrete until that final whistle goes. Burnley throw-in. Alan says he loves Ashley Barnes, favourite player ever for the Clarets. You just get me another one there, please. Garçon. Another staropromer, s'il vous plaît. Surfart says, I won't bite the hand that feeds me, Dan. Barry says, yeah, definitely, Dan. I'll try and sort something out for you. No, I appreciate that. I can't believe you took that satisfaction of that opening of a can. You biatch. But thank you for bringing me one. She's a good one. Topping me up. Anthony says, question, what is your favourite Burnley top you got? Well, I did have loads. I even had my first ever t-shirt, my first ever shirt, my first ever Burnley shirt. However, Burnley come forward again. Brownhill with a shot, and it's straight at Dieng. We could have been looking at 4. I did have a bag full. I had a bin bag full of my old shirts from my first one to everyone that I had. And my nana, God rest her soul, she's passed on now, but at the time I was helping her out. She was quite forgetful and stuff, and she put my bin bag of Burnley clothes in a skip, thinking it was a different bag, and they've all gone. So I was fuming. I had a few player ones in there, signed ones. I had a shirt from Stan Turner's testimonial game against Manchester United. That was signed by all the squad and the Man United squad, which I was fuming. I had a signed shirt from the 09 squad when we won the game at Wembley. Yeah, and she also did that as well. She also did that, what Kate said. There were a few signed ones that had signatures. She just saw them in a bag on the floor, decided to pick them up, put them in the washer, thinking they had pen marks on, and then put them in the dryer as well. Everyone knows you don't put football shirts in the dryer. Come on. And they shrunk. But I really, really, really like this season's home shirt. I mean, this third shirt's pretty decent. It's got the design on it is all the different routes that you can travel to, Turf Moor in. So via Bruncher Road, via like where the fire station is, up near where me and Kate live, further afield, and another option from towards town as well. But I do like this season's home kit because that's got like an early 90s vibe to it. Let's see what else was said as well there. Scott says, do you think we can beat Man United and go all the way? I think we can do. Company, being a former City captain, will definitely want to get the upper hand over Manchester United. And I think they are there for the beating in the Cup. I really do. Whether it happens or not, we shall see. But there's some more subs being readied for the Clarets. Anthony says, hi, Kate, hope you're well. Alan said, what's that you're supping? It's lager. 6 little sort of stubby cans of Staropramen. It's, what's percentage on it? I think it's 5%. 5%, but it's nice. It's nice as Staropramen. It's decent. It's not too bad. Not 3 bad. Barry says, catch you again, Dan. Think you've got this in the bag. Yeah, I'd like to think we have. 87 gone and not much really to shout about, but do appreciate it. Oh, we will catch up again, Baz. I'm sure we will. Kate says, yeah, we mentioned that. Scott said, my favourite player was Super Johnny Francis. If it wasn't for his goal against Plymouth, where would we be, eh? Where would we be? Alan says, man are all on the wall in the office. Favour signed by the squad, 09 Wembley. Can't beat it. 3 substitutions coming for the Clarets. Ian Matson coming off for Charlie Taylor. Darko Cherlinov, who was getting readied previous, is also set to come on as well. And we wait the anticipated return of Scott Twine. Scott Twine is making his way back onto the pitch as well. Guess I want the 3rd shirt, not hinting or anything. Alan says the new shirt is a bit retro, I like it. Jack Cork is the man who comes off for Darko Cherlinov. And who's coming off for Scott Twine? Nathan Teller is off for Scott Twine. Plymouth and York away, yeah, York away was brill as well. York away, wow. They came to York in their thousands and they're going home as champions. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Great to see Scott Twine in a Burnley shirt again. I think all Burnley players have anticipated for a long time. Hopefully can grab a 4th and get one. I like what they're doing for the Borough game next week as well, because they're wearing the home shirt, but they're wearing it with the Ensley sponsor across, aren't they? They're not wearing it with classic football shirts on. But just for that one game, and apparently 250 of them have been made to purchase as well from the club shop. Rob says, how did today's match end, please? We're still on, yeah? It's still 89, coming up 89 and a half minutes, so we are still going. We are very much still going, mate. Burnley are 3-0 up, as it says at the bottom of the screen there. Alan says, yay, Twine. I would have given him longer, seeing as we're 3 up. I would, but probably best to nurture him in slowly, I guess. Will be good to see what he can do, especially if we get a free kick opportunity late on in the game as well. Jeff says, I'm drinking a can of Tiger. 6.9%. Camera trying to pan in on Nathan Teller, and Craig Bellamy and Mark Jackson stood in the way. Everyone stood in the way of Teller when the cameras are trying to catch a glimpse of him. It's good as Tiger. I like Sing Tao as well. Sing Tao's not a bad one that used to sponsor Everton. Asahi's not a bad one as well. To be fair, if he's got a volume, I'll drink the bastard, basically, is what I'm trying to say. He's just being nice, Anthony. Mick says, always enjoy the show. Thanks, Dan. See you next time. Take care, Mick. Really, really appreciate it. 3 minutes have been added on at the end of this one. Travis says, nice win. Congrats and thanks for the stream. Middlesbrough will be a good test as they are in great form. As I say, we will be doing a watch along on the channel for it as well. So So join us then as well. And Nat, who says, nee, says, I think QPR can still nick this one. I very much doubt it. Burnley coming forward again now. Manuel Benson tries to beat his man. He beats one, but can't beat the other. And that's a yellow. I'm surprised if Cullen doesn't go into the book. I'm surprised there. Oh, he does. Referee Peter Banks issues the yellow card. Niall's in. Hope you're well, Niall. Turf Art says, cheers, Dan. Dog has to go out. All the best. No problem, mate. As I say, we will be back and doing some match previews and things. So if you do hit that notification bell, as it says, mirrored camera, just over there, then you'll be notified when we're going live anyway, and you'll be able to see us. As I say, I really appreciate you coming in and things. So have a good rest of your weekend, mate. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Jeff said, Glasmar Desmond did not happen. Cannot see Burnley not getting automatic promotion from this position. We've seen worse things happen. I hope we can. Kate says there, every time you say you drink anything with a volume, you sound like someone with a problem. Sambuca is on that list. Yeah, Sambuca is disgusting though. Absolutely rank. Burnley have a corner. Probably last chance saloon for the Clarets. And at the end of this, it'll probably be the end of the game. Probably just taken short. No, they're going to go for it. They're going to ping the ball in. Ball played over the top. Keeper saves it. Ref puts the whistle to his mouth, and it's all over. 3-0 to the Clarets. Fantastic result by Vincent Kompany's men. Started off with a free kick special by Johan Berg Gudmundsson. Second goal, then scored by Ian Matson on the rebound from a fantastic save by Dieng from a Vitinho shot. And the third was fantastic pressing again by Nathan Teller, who had put pressure on Jimmy Dunn. Jimmy Dunn anchored the ball back to his keeper on the chest. Teller did well to get in front of him. Beat Samba Dieng. And it was a fantastic win for the Clarets. Absolutely beautiful win. Well deserved. T-Boy says, good win. Scott says, made my day. Can always rely on us after last night. Cracking. We continue with another 3-0. Before the World Cup started, we defeated the inbreds. We defeated Blackburn Rovers 3-0. We have come back at the quarter-final stages of the World Cup, and we have beaten another team in blue and white 3-0. Great stuff. Alan says there, please like, share and subscribe, guys. Let's help get down to 1K before Christmas. That would be fantastic, but if we can at least get there by the end of the season, that would be phenomenal. Coach's Corner says, bye-bye, QPR. Toodles. Alan says, up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed. He says, Man United will not have an easy game when we face them. Bet they are crapping themselves. Jeff, Anthony says, Blackburn was crap yesterday. Dan, 4-1, wasn't it? It was indeed. Jeff says, great result and well-deserved. Now for my first early sleep tonight for a change. I'm guessing that bottle of Tiger went straight down, and then it's a case of lie back and let the beer do the talking. Kate says, we're at 449 subs and 32 likes. Bossing it. Really appreciate it, guys. So thank you very, very much indeed. Ginger Alley says, 6 scored, none conceded in the last 2 games. What a result. Blackburn let me down on these predictions. Well, that's what you get for picking bastards. Even I went on the bench, on the fence, sorry. But let's have a look then at the stats of the game based on that second half. QPR did grow back into it. Both teams in the end ending on 9 shots. Burnley with 7 of those 9 on target to QPR's 2. Burnley then went and edged possession again, even though QPR started with a better possession in the second half, ending on 58% for the Clarets, 42 for the home side. 401 passes put together by QPR to Burnley's 537. Burnley having the 84% passing accuracy to the 76 of QPR. 13 fouls by the Hoops, 18 by the Clarets. 2 yellow cards for Company's men and only 1 for Paul Hall's side. 1 offside in the game, which went to the Clarets. 6 corners for Burnley as well, and 2 for QPR. However, the Clarets sit top of the table, 3 points clear. And as I say, fantastic result. Ginger Ali says, "Where is my spanner?" As I say, I've already got 5 mods, and I'm trying to just keep it minimal because I don't want everybody being a mod in the chat. So I just want the odd few in there. So I appreciate it. But you are on a list with some other people that wanted to do it as well. So if anybody ever drops out, I just want to keep the list small for now. So I appreciate it. Kate says, "I didn't think anything less. Have you checked how many you've got?" Anthony, I'm literally on 4 because Burnley won. Tomorrow's game to go yet. There is, as I said, I will update everybody on the scores at that point. Alice says, QPR ended well because we didn't need to put men forward. There is that. Alan says, we hammered them on all levels. Anthony says, yeah, I got 5 right in tomorrow's game too. We shall see. Alan says, when do we play Sheffield United again? When do we play Sheffield United again, actually? Let's have a look at that. Matches. Not till back end of season, actually. 10th of April. 10th of April is when we play Sheffield United, mate. And Ali says, I see, said the blind man. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate the love and support. We will be back on Wednesday when, as I say, we will be covering the fixture between France and Morocco in the semi-finals. Then on Thursday at 7:30, we will be doing a match preview with Johnny, who is a Middlesbrough supporter. Then at 9 o'clock, I'll be back with Anthony, who's been in the chat today. He will be joining us again to give his predictions and for the old EFL prediction show. That's at 9 o'clock. And then Saturday we'll be back again. We'll be back again doing this all over. This time it's Middlesbrough at home. And let's hope for another 3 points to boot as well. But they are a good side under Michael Carrick, so let's not underestimate them. Last couple of comments then, and I'll get this wrapped up. Kate and Anthony saying about who they went for. Alan says, cheers, Dan. Great watch long as always. Up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you could do us one massive favour, as I say before you go, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, then give us a follow. And also hit that notification bell on YouTube to be notified when we next go live. But until then, until Wednesday, when we are back with the World Cup stuff, don't worry, from Thursday, the EFL stuff will be back. That said, though, thank you for joining us for this watch-along between QPR versus Burnley. I've been Dan. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Let's all grab a Sunday roast, chill out, and yeah, just enjoy the fact that we've got the 3 points. Up the Clarets.